the team's damage at the same time. Mordekaiser for the Shy. Now, that's a little different. What? Now, there might be some new builds for this, by the way, folks. There was some rumbles. Wait, can they force it enough out? Low HP on both sides. Do they see him? No. Does Wei choose to go out? If he gets a flash over the wall, instead, Elk's going to be in so much danger! Holding the Q! Holding the Q! Eat it! But they can't get the goal. The blooming burst is enough! Mako gets first blood! Wei versus the team, which dumps him partway through this year. If he beat them like this, oh, what a sting that'd be. Rookie, I think, might just be dead in trade, though. Good flash, but then Shadow caught him, the turret slowed down! Kill back to Rookie. He has himself a teleport, but he'll miss the cannon, and the minion. Knight doing well in this lane, and we know that if BLG are to win, it really has to be on the wings of Knight. They're stoned in this swamp. Makes it a little harder to fly off with them, but hey, it's never stopped him. 4 flashing forwards, no flash on the Orianna.
Yeah, and there's a 3-man collapse. Zon's found a way out. There's the route from the renewal, and they will get the kill onto Rookie, who had nowhere.
Charge in for that play onto Mako. Could have at least forced the summoners, but Shadow didn't want to walk into Wei's way in Mandarin. We'll take that dragon. Shot on top side. He's in a bit of trouble here, but we'll get out safely. But losing HP means that he might be under threat of a dive actually later on.
Back and gets the obliterate single target. Reminder, if you do hit single target Qs, you do a lot of damage. That's the reason it's a big deal. Deaths with the lightning hand.
Oh yeah, that is. You're completely right. Yep. Okay.
I did the same thing in my brain.
The Shy has level 6. He can definitely ult and cause some damage here. If Knight walks up to me, I think all you do is force the ult.
He's holding on to it for now. And they've got to be a bit wary about walking up and allowing a single target ult. And there he goes. Knight going to be trapped within it. Eats a fair amount of damage. The Shy's going to be a little bit deep for this, though. It's got flash. Still got an indestructible shield to work with. Can heal back up afterwards. Buys a lot of time. Then we'll heal. Good double pull. Oh! Sorry. Flash away. But Shadow's now here. I think he's likely dead.
Yeah, he'll dash in. The W will hit. Oh. Wind becomes lightning. Mordekaiser becomes dead. Mako on the top side, not able to stop that much. There was such a clutch. Mordekaiser E again, but couldn't quite get the damage he needed to under turret.
Sidesteps the wind becomes lightning. Shadow's left quite low here. How aggressively does Mako want to play? He's got an Orianna and a Vi coming. Kind of forces them back away from this wave a bit. They're all really low.
Oh my god, this could be a huge Vi Orianna combo. I think they're looking for it. Yeah. Shadow does not have level 6. Wei does. This is a huge play incoming.
Oh lord, watch for that shockwave. There they go. Shockwave still available. On to Elk, who tries to flash. Can't do it. And they get both.
Elk dies again. Wei does not die under turret. I thought to be strong. There's not many other people I can really well, there's no one really else who could solo carry on this team.
That's fast ready for decimating smash, but still got it off before it came on down. Through onto Mako, courtesy of the renewal. Chains of Corruption. I think Mako could be in danger here. Has to flash. Garlic cleanses because of the spread of the Chains of Corruption. Piercing arrow just wide. Good vision. Toggle observance.
Nasty stuff from the Varus. On the Karma, strong early game duo. Forcing Mako to be respectful. Doesn't have that flash now for his first big ult of the game, probably. Rub's being started though from IG. Have the first one, get the second. They get 2. Probably will just get out.
We'll see back away, but they'll that's the trade for the mid lane. Wei again, very much focusing these early objectives. Shadow with a lot of early kills worth noting. He's got all of them, in fact, for BLG. Tests it super easily. Wei is around now, but maybe he's going to get shoved through Mix again. The other ones with the gloves. Rookie now coming, looking for a bit of value.
I don't think they should fight this.
Renewal down. There's going to be a big route onto Wei. Then the Chains of Corruption, and over comes Bin. Wei's just gone.
Flash from Elk as he gets out of the shockwave, the Shine. So they're playing out ults. Shadow, the Shins are out of the fight for now.
Rookie going to get rooted in place while it's on, finding a lot of good angles with that. Shadow going to get out of the Death Realm just fine. Mako gets a heal, and when it becomes lightning, looks for an engage onto Mako now. Pop Blossom on 2. Need to flash away Kark because he doesn't have that summoner available. And they pick up another good play from BLG in the mid game.
It is, but IG really shouldn't have taken that fight. Another Q will just land onto Mordekaiser. It's a good poke. Does this open up any kind of fight around the tower? No, not really. We literally before this just said take the opportunity where it's there. The great CC chain, and they get themselves onto the board in terms of those objectives and a little bit more gold.
Seeing this trade again is they're going to try and dive on the Shy, and Knight with a clean solo kill.
You don't have great ways to get to the Civet, and that's a problem. The Orianna too. Potential jump onto Shadow. Doesn't have, well, he does have flash, does have ult. Here's the galley wall.
Does get turned around. Shadow now keen to step forwards. Can't find the free talent strike knock, but I wonder whether Gala and the rest of IG might see an angle. Chains of Corruption being the follow-up slow. Pop Blossom doesn't really land on too many people. If Wei will blast Cone away, but is still caught on the tether. Shockwave on 2 though. Elk goes down. Wei still healing. Will likely die regardless to Shadow and his Sundered Sky. Rookie trying to threaten on the other side. Mako lowers on, gets some damage back. Can't quite get the kill. The TP's coming on through on low, though, as Rookie looks for the auto. Gets a big heal from the renewal. Short comes on through with the shielded around, and Rookie can't get his way out. It ends up being a 2-for-1 in favor of BLG.
How BLG get away with that is beyond me. Shadow mispositions and forces an early Galio ult from Knight. He really didn't want to pull it at that point. Shadow tries to re-engage, and I thought realistically IG would just get a clean combo back onto BLG, especially with a flashless Varus. It's quite easy to play around that. Well, all this is happening though. First turret is going to go down to the side of IG. That will get them that feats of strength marker. That's next flash.
Charging the Vault Breaker will likely let it settle. Just by miss it, just to crunch forwards. That's going to be a big shielded around taunt. And Knight just gets to walk away. They'll get a decent chunk onto him, delaying this reset. But
hang on, Knight wins that. Hang on a second, he wins this!
Gets a decent heal, actually turning around pretty well, but the way to war back, Way gets sorted it!
Knight solo kills Way on Galio. What a player of the champion.
Mako goes looking for the Pop Blossom, but Elk does manage to back away well. Mako now low, decimating smash. It's only a slow, but the Rookie over the wall with the shockwave does manage to delay the follow-up, but the Herald into the mid lane will claim that turret, and now they're driving towards this bot lane tier 1. I don't know whether it'll quite have enough charge. Gonna be close to it. Is it range?
Nice charge. Good driving there from On. Knight, hero plays on the Galio. Genuinely been so impressive on it so far.
Got 10 stacks.
Yeah, and he needs to, honestly. If it is just the Varus in terms of a damage threat, playing a single damage comp versus the stack Dark Seal, way outplayed by Knight.
Way could have just gone over the wall, by the way.
Make it quite early because the extra gold given over towards Knight. That he can just walk up and take the tower itself, by the way. He'll smash that with a passive. The Shy might just die here.
Does have that ability to drag someone into the death realm, yet to do so.
He has
just done it. Just can't see the markers on the ground, which I was looking for. Decent damage onto Shadow. We'll kind of get a decent shield with the Indestructible, but it's a 4v1. And you don't win those as the Mordekaiser right now.
IG are pushing in the mid lane. They're trying to get something onto this tower. They really want to take this down. They're using the clone to tank the turret, and Bennett has to flash away. He doesn't get to defend that turret the way that he would have wanted to. Push onto the top lane in a turret, though, from BLG. So they'll be able to likely get that. IG trying to cross-map as best they can. Falling behind a significant amount of gold, though. Will be probably 4,000 by the time this tower falls.
They're going to try and trade for the bot tier 2 on the other side, though. They've got all their members down there. They're going to try and reset now themselves. I don't know whether it'll be enough to save this one. They're going to try and interrupt Bin. Don't do so quite yet. He was doing a decent job of holding this wave. They're going to try to get a decent jump back. There's the shockwave. Bin going to need to try and find an ult out. Will not do so. Clone.
Oh,
it's not there. The hero's entrance in, and Gala gets to survive for now. Can Knight find an angle? Is there any other ways to get onto them? Those not. They get kill on Bin, but don't get the tier 2 turret. And Knight burns his ultimate. Will it be up in time for something like an Atakan?
Well, the problem is IG, because Gala gets so low, needs to back all the way off, which means he's not there for the fight. I wonder actually now whether IG have to give up Atakan. Way's going to stick around here because he knows that, look, Gala has to reset. That's a big problem. Save that, actually. Gala finally gets his reset off. Knight gets blocked by the clone of the Nico.
Trying to look for the shielded round tool. Does get it onto Rookie. I think it might mean Shadow is there, but he goes to flash out of the wind, becomes lightning, and they will have
Way
to pull
is
off the
still
Atakan.
behind the Varus. He's still behind them. Did you see that ward go down? He should probably know that's there. Gala's back out onto the map. Teleporting from the Scion. Way is really behind enemy lines. He's not the strongest fight ever. They didn't see him again, but no Atakan's up. Do they look for the fight? Rookie, no teleport. He had to back too, remember?
He did indeed. What can they do here about this potential angle? They don't know where Way is. On now on vision. Good vision toggle showing exactly what IG know and don't. Gala now looking for an angle, can make sure that people go on the hunt. Bin on a flank angle. Mako gets jumped on. Way still here, yet to reveal himself. Charging the Vault Breaker, looking to get into the backside. They Pop Blossom after! Invictus Gaming, good damage. Knight just about surviving now. There's still an Indestructible. Simmer gets a double. Way with a wonderful Rambo play. You could not ask for better. Andor approves. The Death Star of BLG blown up by insurgent operatives. Elka to the turret. Boomerang play gets Gala. Another.
BLG have Shadow. IG have...
And saw the teleport come in and went, wait, they're actually doing extravagant team fighters. They're an extravagant team for better and for worse. But when it looks good, it looks so damn good. Back to live in Dragon is up.
Dragon is up. The IG have the gold lead now. Watch for that shockwave. A lot of summoners down on both sides after that last Atakan fight.
Gala's got a 3k lead, by the way. He's got Infinity Edge now completed. Gala is in danger, though. Tries to go on the hunt. Pop Blossom back. The hero's entrance. Gala just about left for a second. Do not but no! Knight absolutely eviscerates. The shockwave is good. Over the wall goes Way. And they lose. Oh, gonna go and get the kill though with the obliterate. Can still go into the death realm. They're gonna play it. Maybe it was all deliberate. The Shy, good healing, but it's not enough. Knight gets pulled back by the death guard. He's down low, has to flash away the shield from the side of the Karma. Keeps Knight in one piece. They can't do the dragon anymore. Oh my god, they saw another one.
Hang on, wait. Can you stick around for anything here, BLG? They get this. That third dragon over the BLG. That's a threat now. That's a threat. God, I love watching these teams play. As a BLG fan, it has been a difficult year to watch them. As an IG fan on the other side, I mean, kind of both about the plays. Doesn't have Edge of Night either. Perhaps thinks it's a little decorative versus the Vire with the smite, but still we shall see. Fight around the fog of war. Shadow walking in.
Ball threat is very scary. Rookie's found some wonderful shockwaves this game. He's going to have to flash away though from Shadow, who's a damn scary threat in his own right. Only blocked by the clone. TP now back in.
Do they see that on vision? Elk should fire the ult. There it is. Shadow coming through.
Is it going to matter? Because the Shy still looks to be very damn scary. Bin's going to have to flash. He eats so much damage because Gala is ricocheting through them. Way looking for potential cease and desist angle, but it means Knight's not here, can look to rejoin with the hero's entrance theoretically.
There's so much damage to them. Bin doesn't have ult, he'll have to teleport in. I think IG see an angle to go towards the Baron. If Shadow goes towards it, the Shy can ult him and pull him out into the realm of death. IG playing the death bush, but they're going to be on vision. They should know that now. Ult onto Galio. That's a bit farther away.
Trying to find the angle. Shadow's still around and Way kind of oversteps on that one. Going to get the root there with the focus resolve. Big obliterate back though. Chunks out on.
How IG not able to play around the vision control on the other side. Knight trying to see some vision. Not seen right now. Control will play it out. Knight into the backline potentially.
Looks to the death grab pull onto Shadow. Drags him into the death realm so he can't smite. Nice angle from the Shy. Good value on that one. Shadow desperately trying to play out in the blitz. Does just get out alive to be able to flash to safety. Mako. Nice. Knight gets the backside. Mako over the wall. Can't pop blossom. But everyone's trapped to the pit. And the Shy is a menace. Looking to show exactly why he was Atakan's master. Gala throwing out all the ricochets. Where's the damage he's been after? And they'll make a Metallica reference out of this one as Knight goes golden. But unfortunately for him, only the memory remains. A quadra kill for Gala.
Gala, the Prince of Pentas, won't get his fifth. He's too preoccupied pushing mid lane. But IG go late and they will win again. You have to feel they deny that dragon. On flashing away will save his life. The Baron will go to IG. The dragon.
In the end, enough, and IG immediately pounce on the Baron. It has been a riveting series. Both teams have been throwing
moments of brilliance, but they've not been as frequent as they were before. I think particularly in late game, he has struggled. Wade could potentially go forwards with the ultimate and will smite off the spell shield from the edge of Night. Takes a bit of mid lane and top lane. Bin trying to wave clear where he can, but he doesn't win the matchup versus the Mordekaiser for now. Can at least try and wave clear.
Just that. Again, Bin. Not really been all that impactful on the side. There's been moments or two there. Managed to get the backside there. Try and ult forwards. There's Knight getting the taunt out to blitz the Shy. Swift enough to bring someone to the realm of death. It's Bin who's in there. Turret now under siege. Way on a flank angle here as well, threatening the death scratch just wide.
So ult for ult on the top lane. I think it's, I don't know, you kind of need that Scion ult in some ways, but the Mordekaiser ult gets a better HP trade, goes on to the Karma.
Ooh, good damage back, but Way is dead!
Just gets blasted, does not have the GA just yet. Now the Shy, no flash, he might be caught in the bad play.
Knight goes golden, they will lose the Shy protect, but the Indestructible buys a lot of time. They will kill off the Galio, but so much was burned to make this happen. Gala's got a GA, Pop Blossom just wide. GA is broken though, on, can look for the angle, Shockwave buys that full Bin out of the decimated smash, but Gala can't get enough damage down. IG lose 4 in the fight, only Knight falls to BLG. Not enough to save him. Bin takes a lot of damage, not quite enough there. Shockwave, Rookie just about getting away from that. Cleanse burned there. They're going to try and turn this around. Rookie's gone! It's Varus that picks him up. Elk, despite the discrepancy, getting a key kill. Flash away from Way, does have a GA, getting out to safety. It's 90 seconds on this dragon. I think Soul might be BLG's.
I think it might be. Way needs to escape. Where is Gala? Gala needs to get DPSing now. BLG, they're split. Can they find anything more than this? Is a GA Vial coming through. Where is Gala's damage? He failed flashes!
Oh, Gala, no!
Way has a GA, but he'll die. Gala, oh Gala, the late game was yours. The Shy will kill Elk, but I don't know if it's enough.
On's going to take a lot of damage for it. They're going to try and get some value. He's got Indestructible shield. Darkness is rising all about him. And with the Bloodlines goes through quite a lot of work, will finally go down, I think. But look at the rest of the damage. Gala can still do some work. Mako, look at the Pop Blossom. On with the shield. Not enough damage on Mako. Needs to think about rocket belting out Gala. Try to take the dragon. It's taking the right play. There was no spy on Shadow. GA's going to get popped, teleporting in. Gala needs to run away. Bin will come off of the unstoppable onslaught. Gala goes down.
BLG versus Invictus.
Q
now as well, slightly, so it's not actually an awful item. I think it gives you some value here. Gives some good HP as well. Shadow hanging out in the fog of war. We spotted there. Baron is alive. Mako not hit by that W. Karma Shields causing some threat there.
Gala gets John good spell shield, denies the ult. The Shy goes forward, gets the death down. Shadow's trapped within it. He needs to return to the darkness again. Rises. Audacious charge into the backside. It's Wei who gets out there as entrance, and they've blown up Elk. Roadkill. Simmer with a triple. The Prince of Pentas hunts for another. Knight goes golden, and surely a quadra kill. Perhaps even more as On must run for the hills, and I think Gala would rather 2 quadras and a game win.
Gala with a rare smile on his face. On pulling Armar in, trying to kill the wave before it can get in there. A teleport from the Shy will protect the minions, and On will not be able to recreate that 2015 semi-final. The Shy able to protect the minions. This should be game. How much damage can they do? Gala shreds 2,000. They have 2 grubs.
They will surely disintegrate the wave and do so. A 6,000 individual lead to the Sivit. We said the scaling issue may come into play. It certainly did.
He closed the wave! He closed the wave!
Does it matter? Does it matter? They've got another wave coming on in. They're taking too much damage. What about the respawns? 15 seconds on the likes of Knight, but Elk will be up. Bin will be up. Is it enough? Arm can't get the root. Elk will give him more. They've killed off Wei. Gala got a GA. He can't do it! He can't do it! The instant death realm! He's using the ultimate! The Nexus! The Shy with a death realm Nexus kill!
The Shy uses